All right, folks, welcome back to the Driveway Engineer. I'm JR. Today I'm joined by Just Coconut, and we're going to talk about what you can do with your newly announced stimulus package that Congress was so kind as to give us. So let's get started. All right, so a lot of us have builds in progress. How can we wisely spend this money on our builds or whatever money you have on your builds? But let's just say you got 600 bucks. What will get you the furthest? And here's my top five list with a bonus at the end. In no real particular order, it all kind of depends on where you're at. We all have our own paths to walk. Some of us have more, some of us have less than others. But this is the things that I think will be most effective for you. So, the number one thing that probably a lot of people don't have because of cost and they hold off on is your torque converter. If you're running an automatic, I think that having a converter is probably the biggest thing that you can do to make more power, or at least make your car or truck accelerate harder. It opens up the door to being able to run bigger cams. It opens up the door to being able to build more boost on the line. It opens up the door to being able to do wicked burnouts with ease. And Ryan Jans over at Florida Torque Converters has his budget line of 4L80 converters. It's what's in Darrell. And that is $500 shipped to the lower 48 currently. So that would leave you a little money left over. You can see them here on their videos, you can see it here on their website, or you can talk to Ryan Jans on my Facebook group, or you can find him on YouTube. His username is Turbo Sleeper. Next up's a welder. A lot of people don't have a welder. A welder is a big deal for me. I started off, I had a Chicago Electric 180 that my wife bought me years ago. It did serve me well. And then I moved up to the Omni Pro, which 600 bucks is not going to get you the Omni, but it will get you a titanium 170 or a Hobart, sorry about that, or a Hobart Handler 140, which is, if you only have 110, this is probably one of the better welders out there. There's a titanium 140 also. People use these and they seem to have great luck with them. The 140 is only $429, so you'd have money left over for a bottle, for a helmet. I would get the 170 if you have 220. I would highly recommend you step up, but any welder is better than no welder, and it'll really open the door for you in building cars. It's just a big deal. So the next up is gears or an axle swap. I tried to swap my own gears and it was a debacle. I've done it before successfully, but last time it did not work out well. But really, the conclusion that I came to in all that is the 8.8 comes in about a million different widths and gear ratios. You can find them down to 273. You can find them up to 410 straight out of the yard, as we say, and you can use your new welder to make it happen. There is a handy, the Ranger Station has this huge tech page up, and it's really handy it's not 100% complete, I found. They do have a lot of the information here. Anything from 95 up comes with disc brakes, as far as I know. And then there's a bunch of different widths. There's a couple different tube diameters. But commonly you can find them from as narrow as 56 and a half all the way up to 65 and an eighth. It looks like in full-size trucks. So you should be able to find one that suits your needs pretty easily. And if you can't find one that suits your needs in width and gear ratio, you should be able to cobble together one in the junkyard. Just, there's a bunch of Fords in the junkyard. That's where they live. So, number 4, this might cause a little bit of controversy, but HP tuners and a wideband. There are like a million combos out here. This one's on Skog and Dickey. They provide pretty good parts. This is let me make this exactly what I have. I don't have it configured. So $514. I don't have an MVPI 2. I have an MVPI, but I use this exact wideband, the Series X 30-0300. And if you're trying to do forced induction, if you're trying to do tuning, a wideband You can do it with long-term trim and air, and I've done it that way, and it can work. But hey, you got free money or money that you're not going to have to pay back for 3 generations or whatever. Why not try this out? There's really not a better time to get into it. Now, you don't need the pro feature set. It doesn't really do much for you. There's no point in paying. I think they want $250 extra at this point in time. I don't see the reason to do it. You can do the wideband. There's a bunch of tricks and workarounds out there to log the wideband. And then there's just no need to data log without your laptop. I've never ever wanted to do it. So moving on. Cam springs and Bitcoin. If you can, Bitcoin's a good investment overall if you put it in there and leave it there. But a cam and springs, you should be able to get a cam and springs something stage 1, stage 2 for right around $400, which does leave you $200 left over to become a coin billionaire and flex in a Lambo and all that kind of stuff. Then you can be making YouTube videos about how you made it big, and you can sell your easy system in 3 installments of only $29.95. And if you do make it big, you can always invest. This is a bonus one in the Driveway Engineer swag. We got our shirts, hoodies, mask. It's all in the link below the video. I'll put an actual link in the description as well. And if the videos help you, entertain you at all, you want to support the channel, I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate all the feedback. You can directly support me on buymeacoffee.com/TH Driveway ENG. And I'll have that link in the description as well. That money goes 100% to me, and I put it 100% towards projects for the channel. So for all of you who have supported, I thank you. And for all of you who watch and like and subscribe, I thank you. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a safe New Year. And I will see you guys after the holidays. And Peanut and Coconut also want to wish you a Merry Christmas. By the way, if you use the coupon code COCO on the swag website, you get 15% off the merch through January 5th. So don't miss out on that. Thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll see you next time on The Driveway Engineer.